Hey guys, and welcome to the 3 Ranger Bros Studios YouTube channel. I am CosplayDude637, and today me and Ty are talking about one of our favorite gaming series, that being Kingdom Hearts. And in this video, we are discussing our top 10 favorite Keyblades. Both of us have come up with our own list made of 5 Keyblades. They can be from any game. The only rule is that they had to have been used by you, the player, at some point in the series. There are a lot of Keyblades, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bells so you don't miss out on another weekly upload. And let's get into it. I mean, these are all my favorites, so...
Yeah, see, that's my issue. Okay, I'll just go down my list then. The last one is like my ultimate favorite, but I couldn't rank the other 4. I couldn't rank them. Okay, so the first Keyblade I have on my list is called Dual Disc, which is from Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and you get this Keyblade once you go to Tron's Legacy World. So it looks very... It looks like it comes from the movie. Obviously, there's 2 discs which are combined with a rod in between. One disc is where you hold the handle, so your handle's in the middle of the disc, and the other disc is kind of gear-esque. There's like a gear shape to it, but that is, you know, the actual main blade. It's one of the smaller one of the smaller blades in the game, but I just love... the look of Tron's Legacy. I know it's not like a loved film, but I like the look of it at least, and the fact they made a Keyblade based off it was really cool. I like the color of it too. It stands out. It does look really goofy in other worlds. I will say that if you go to, like, for example, the Three Musketeers world, when you have the dual disc equipped, it does look really odd. It looks so out of place. It looks so out of place, but it is a lot of fun though. It just screams Tron. You know, Tron needs more love and attention these days when it comes to Disney themed Keyblades. I think they've really captured, you know, the world perfectly.
Yeah, I'll agree. I do like this Keyblade. It reminds me more of the style of Keyblade that Ventus would wield over Sora, but I do like the look of the Keyblade.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, Ventus's Keyblade was a lot shorter than most Keyblades, so...
Yeah, that's very true. I think this would definitely be a Keyblade that he could wield, especially the way that he holds his Keyblade, because he holds his Keyblade differently to everyone else.
Yeah, he holds it backwards.
Yeah, so he has to be edgy. So, like, you know, the way that he holds his Keyblade would definitely work with this one as well.
Yeah, but I completely agree with you. Tron needs more love. I love going to Tron Worlds in Kingdom Hearts, so, yeah. Definitely a good choice. Definitely a good choice. So are we kicking it over to me now?
Yes.
So seeing how you're working from the top down, I'll work from the bottom up to my favorite. So this one, I just like the design of it. And interestingly enough, I have no, that's not true. I have one Disney-related Keyblade. Okay, never mind. But this one is Metal Chocobo, which you get in Kingdom Hearts. You obtain this after you defeat Cloud in the Olympic Coliseum. And I'm a huge Final Fantasy VII nerd. I love Final Fantasy VII. It's one of my favorite Final Fantasy games. And the fact that you get this sword and it has a little chocobo, it just, yeah. I love it. I can't say any more great things about it. The style, the look. Just, it's one of my absolute favorite ones.
See, with this Keyblade, I know exactly which one you're talking about. It still looks like a key. So the way that I would describe this Keyblade is if Sora was a Final Fantasy VII character and, you know, the Kingdom Key didn't exist and he was literally created to be a Final Fantasy VII character, this is what the Keyblade would look like.
Yes. Yeah. Completely agree with that statement.
It's very basic. It is a very, you know, it's got like 2 different colors, but it just screams Final Fantasy, and more than anything, Final Fantasy VII. It fits in the world of like Cloud, Tifa. Fits in with all of that. It also fits the atmosphere of you know, the setting of Final Fantasy VII as well. And like you said, you get it, you know, by defeating Cloud as well, and the cute little chocobo on the end of the chain. The keychains have always been a fun thing for me because I design my own Keyblades, I draw them, and coming up with what is at the bottom of the keychain is always such a fun factor. And yeah, the tiny little chocobo is adorable. Okay, so next up for me is the crab claw from Kingdom Hearts 1, which you get after the Little Mermaid world. So this is purely just the way it looks. It's very basic. It's blue with a crab on the end, and the crab is the more the blade that you whack Heartless with. It's goofy, it's dumb, but it's just a pleasant Keyblade to have. It's just, I don't know. It's one of the dumbest looking Keyblades. Absolutely, I'll agree with anyone who wants to say that. But it's just, I don't know. I like it. I like the goofiness of it all, and the crab on the end is really cool. I love Sebastian as a character, and I hope it's not a real crab because that's a bit morbid.
Oh my gosh.
Can you just imagine if it's a real crab on the end? Like, "Oi, can you please stop? I have a headache." You know. But yeah, it's not most detailed. It's definitely not the most powerful Keyblade of all. But when it comes to Little Mermaid's worlds as well, number one, you actually do something. In number two, they dumbed it down to a mini game. But in number one, you actually do fight. And I feel like this kind of Keyblade kind of fits in that world as well. It's aquatic. It's underwater. It's fish and things. So this Keyblade does match the world at least. Yeah, it's just a fun little Keyblade.
Yeah, no, it's a cute little Keyblade. Funny enough, you said how it's dumbed down in Game 2. I actually prefer Little Mermaid in Game 2. I like doing the whole singing and thing. I think that's fun and cute. So I don't think it's bad as dumbed down as you say it is. But yeah, I do agree that this Keyblade it's very basic, very on the nose of its Little Mermaid Keyblade. You can figure that out. If you can't, then you got a problem. But it's still a good Keyblade to have.
Please note, when I said dumbed down, I don't mean it's worse. I just meant the gameplay mechanics are dumbed down, as in it's an easier world to the whole thing is easier. It's back to basic sort of gameplay mechanics. Is what I meant by dumbed down. Just thought I'd state that.
Sure, that's what you meant.
Hey, it is.
Why?
What? Why?
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 Why haven't you subscribed? Subscribe right now and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a weekly upload on the Three Ranger Bros Studios channel every single Tuesday. New video. Subscribe. Come on. We're waiting for you.
Alright, so that takes me to my next one, which is Pumpkinhead, which first appears again in Kingdom Hearts. You get it after you complete Halloween Town. It's resemblance to Jack Skellington. The charm, I believe, is Jack's head. No, it's a little pumpkin. Jack's head is on it. But I love Halloween Town. I love the look. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's the first world you transform into, where you don't keep your regular form. You actually have a different look. If I'm not mistaken, it's Halloween Town. And I just love how they look different. I love Sora's outfit and just, yeah. And Jack Skellington is one of my all-time favorite characters from Disney. So to have a Keyblade for him, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely adore Halloween Town. Is one of my favorite worlds. A Night Before Christmas is one of my favorite Disney movies. Definitely some of the best songs Disney's ever done. So yeah, Jack's on the hilt, and then the pumpkins at the end of the keychain. But one thing I really do like about this is the blade part is got this like haunted looking bat. And it's very reminiscent of like just Halloween Town in general. It screams Halloween Town. Maybe not exactly the main bar of the blade. That's very basic, but the tips also does look very similar to some of the buildings in Halloween Town. So at least they did that. But yeah, the hilt, his collar, the handle is kind of like a kind of colored in kind of his off-white bone color, and then you got nice little pumpkin which looks goofy as well. It does look like the Halloween Town pumpkin. So yeah, it's a cool Keyblade. It definitely fits in with the world, and again, Sora changes looks, all three of them do, and this Keyblade matches that perfectly.
Yes.
Is that your only Disney one?
Yep.
Fair enough. Well, this is my last Disney one. And I had to take one from Kingdom Hearts 3, only because I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I love Keyblade transformations. I think they're so cool. I absolutely adore them. And my favorite one out of all of them is the Wheel of Fate Keyblade, which you get from Pirates of the Caribbean, which was one of my favorite worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3. Loved the ship mechanic. Loved how they tried making it look more semi-realistic-esque because of the movie they're in. And Wheel of Fate just looks amazing. It's based off the boat. It's got this pirate theme to it, the wheels on there, and it changes into a flipping flag, for one. That is one of the transformations, which is great. One of the final strikes it does is one of the best ones. I think it's second best when it comes to final attacks. But yeah, this Keyblade just looks absolutely gorgeous. If I could have a Keyblade, like a physical replica of one, I think this would have to be one of them. It just looks absolutely amazing. And like I said, it just screams Pirates of the Caribbean. Any Pirates of the Caribbean fan would instantly look at that and think, hey, that looks like it's from Pirates of the Caribbean. And he looks like a pirate, which is really cool. Sora looks like a pirate. You know, you can run around as a pirate wielding this Keyblade, which is the first, because in the previous installment you didn't do that. So yeah, it's one of the best Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts 3. And like I said, favorite transformations. And also you get this Kraken-like move as well, which is really cool. You can literally summon Kraken tentacles, which is awesome. But yeah, it's just one of my favorite Keyblades from Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, definitely a great Keyblade. I did enjoy the world, but I'm not a huge fan of the weapon transformation. I don't dislike it, don't get me wrong. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I like my base Keyblades. I like my blunt instrument to beat the crap out of things. But, and yeah, seeing Sora as a pirate and more in like a realistic setting, which was very cool. I will agree with you on that too.
Yeah, it opened up more ideas of what Disney movies, Sora could be in.
Yeah. All right. Number 3, right? That's what we're on?
Your number 3, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this number 3 actually is not wielded by Sora at all. You do not get it in the game. It is actually wielded by a side character, which is Destiny's Embrace, which is Kairi's Keyblade. You first see it in Birth by Sleep. And then later you see it in Kingdom Hearts 3 when Kairi is assisting you and she's able to wield her Keyblade and she's training with Axel. I don't know what about this Keyblade that I love the most. The colors, it's just such a fun looking Keyblade. And of course, I love Kairi, so I had to introduce her Keyblade into this list.
Yeah, Kairi's Keyblade is very unique to her, which I like because obviously she's the love interest. There's the whole, what's a little star that she gives to Sora, and it's girly, but it doesn't scream too girly. It doesn't scream, this is a princess Keyblade or anything. It definitely has this oomph to it. It's absolutely stunning, and you can technically use it because in the updated version of Kingdom Hearts 3, or was it the DLC? I think it's the DLC. You redo the final fight and you can play as all the assisting Keyblade wielders, including Kairi. So technically, if you play the DLC to Kingdom Hearts 3, you could use it just once. It's very basic as well. They don't give Kairi many moves with it or anything, sadly. But yeah, for a brand new Keyblade wielder, it's gorgeous, it's stunning. The blues, the greens, they all merge really well. I love the fact there's some red in there too. And the little star fruit that she gives to Sora is actually the keychain, which I think is really, really cool. Is it a star fruit or is it just a star? I can't remember.
It's a star fruit. It's a fruit, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because if you both share a piece of it, you guys, your love will be intertwined.
That's it. So that's and also she doesn't have a chain. It's like is it like flower petals or something?
No, it's like a cord. It looks like a cord, like a friendship bracelet cord.
Yeah, there you go. That's
tie back into Aqua because they had those the chain things that they made, and Aqua's the reason she's able to wield Keyblades.
Yeah, and it looks really cool. It does look like flowers are growing up something as well, which looks really awesome. I like that little attention to detail. Yeah, it's a pretty Keyblade.
Yes, it is.
We got a pretty one.
Number 3 for you, sir.
Number 4.
Number 3 for you, sir. No, number 4 for you, sir. Sorry.
Learn to count.
No, I don't want
it. Who's 15 years older in this conversation?
Mentally or physically?
Good point. Never mind. So next up for me is Bond of Flame, which you get in Kingdom Hearts 2, and it's in that in between space. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Axel dies. And after this confrontation, and you have that cutscene between Sora and Axel, you get this Keyblade, and it represents Axel's weapons, which is the chakrams. I get very 50-50 with Lee's Keyblade. I do like it. Sometimes I don't. It depends on the day, but I love Bond of Flame. I think it's so cool. It literally looks like his chakrams are combined into a Keyblade. It makes you it kind of makes you feel like Axel's kind of hanging out with you, and the name Bond of Flame just sounds cool as well, because you've got the relationship between Axel and Roxas, and things like that. But yeah, one of my favorite non-air quote Disney related Keyblades, definitely for sure. I would love it if that was Lee's Keyblade, because then he could it could be a tie-in to Axel's chakrams. Which, by the way, chakrams are a really unique weapon that never ever get used in much things. I think I can only name 3 fictional characters I know of that can actually use chakrams. And Axel's look absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, definitely that Keyblade. I like the fact it represents someone else's weapon. I like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. The first time I was looking it up, when you told me and I typed it, I saw Blade of Blaze, and I'm like, wait, that's Lee's Keyblade. But to go back to your chakram thing, a lot of people might better know chakrams if they watch Xena, Warrior Princess, because she does use a chakram.
That's one of the 3 characters I can name.
We're on the same page, but yeah, it definitely is a cool looking Keyblade. I do like that it's chakrams. So yeah, I got nothing more to say on that one.
So you'll last 4, because technically, do you want to do 4 and 5 together?
I'll do 4, and then I'll keep it so we're even. So my second to last Keyblade is one of my top favorite Keyblades. I love this Keyblade. I'm so grateful that it's in all the games. Just on how you get it is different. But it is Oblivion. You get it in Kingdom Hearts 1. You find it in a chest in Hollow Bastion in the Great Hall. It symbolizes Riku and Sora's dark side. I mean, it's just a great Keyblade. And, yes, it's all just basically solid black. It's not, got much color to it. I think there's some silver in it and a blue gemstone in the center, but just the style of it all together. Yeah. Absolutely love it.
See, you say it's basic, but I disagree. I think this is one of the most detailed Keyblades we've got, because you've got a chain going up the blade, which can represent bonds of friendship and stuff. The hilt looks like evil wings, which could represent Riku's first Keyblade, or sword-esque weapon, I guess, if you want to call it, from the first Kingdom Hearts game where he's a big boss fight. The keychain is a black crown. Now, obviously, little crowns are represented throughout Kingdom Hearts. Fuck! That's one of the main symbols for Kingdom Hearts, is little crowns. So having a black one just is absolutely menacing. Like you said, gem in the middle, but that also doesn't look pleasant. It looks dark. It looks evil. And then the actual blade bit itself kind of gives me, the I don't know, Shadow Realm, Dark Dimensions, the Heartless themselves, anything like that. It kind of just screams, monasteries and buildings and those sort of locations. If you could find them, that sort of representation.
Yes, agreed. What I meant by basic was just like the color scheme is very basic, but you get my point.
Yeah, you're very basic.
You just got burned.
Okay, so
Your last Keyblade for you, sir.
Is a Keyblade that Sora never wields. And I've loved this Keyblade since day one, and I do not care, no one can change my mind, and that is Way to the Dawn, which is Riku's technically first Keyblade. I don't really count the sword he uses in the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 as a Keyblade. And it's his Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 2, and you do use it, it's his base Keyblade in Dream Drop Distance. It's so gorgeous. I love this Keyblade so much. It's my favorite one of all time. The main blade of it does actually represent his sword from the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 when he's a bad guy, but he's now got this wing coming off of it which screams Sephiroth. He's got his hilt is a dark wing but also an angelic wing, which are yin and yang each other. They kind of circle off. You've got an eye in the middle, and then the keychain is a blacked out logo for the Heartless. It doesn't have any of the red in it. It's just a blacked out Heartless logo, which is really interesting. But this thing is gorgeous. I absolutely love this weapon so goddamn much. If I ever do on level 5 like a top 10 or top whatever weapons of all time, this Keyblade's in there for 110%. This is my favorite Keyblade of all time. This thing is beautiful.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It is one of the best Keyblades I think I've ever seen Riku wield. Design-wise, it's gorgeous. I love the duality of the black and the white wing, showing that he's not quite good, but he's not evil either. The Heartless symbol being blacked out, showing that, yes, he's tied to it, but he's not controlled by it. So, yeah.
It kind of having the wing on his sword and then having the opposing good wing against the evil wing, which are yin and yang in each other, the blacked out Heartless logo, is kind of representing Riku, because obviously his entire storyline is weaponizing his darkness for good. Proving that just because, you've been in the darkness or whatever the case may be, doesn't mean you can't find the light at the end of the tunnel. That's Riku's whole shenanigans. This is his whole storyline. And I feel like this Keyblade literally represents that.
Yeah. I would have preferred him to keep this one instead of getting Braveheart that he gets in 3. But
oh god, the car key.
Yeah, the car key.
Yeah, they downgraded my boy big time. Riku's one of my all-time favorite characters in Kingdom Hearts. They downgraded my boy big time.
They could have done something more with it than just the way. It literally looks like a car key. But yeah, I agree with you. The Way to Dawn was just one of the best Keyblades. So then that leaves me with my last one. Oh, so
yeah, your last one. So your second to last was Oblivion. God knows what your last one's gonna be.
Oh yeah, no, nobody knows. If they didn't know me, they obviously couldn't pick that. It would be Oathkeeper, originally gotten in Kingdom Hearts.
It's Oathkeeper. Oh my god!
I know, right? Oathkeeper in Oblivion. Who would have ever figured that out?
Big shock.
But you first get it in Kingdom Hearts in Traverse Town after Sora sees Kairi again. He receives the lucky charm that she made him, which actually ties back into Birth by Sleep if you've played the games all the way through now, because that little charm is the one that Aqua, Ventus, and Terra have for each other. But I just love the design. I love the color, the feel. I mean, the Keyblade just makes me happy. And the fact that it was given to him after he got back Kyrie and he was able to save her and see her again. Yeah.
Yeah, this, since we're talking about symbolism within Keyblades, and we did it with Way to the Dawn, we've got wings as the hilt. There's a love heart intertwined at the very top of the Keyblade throughout the metal transpiring into a heart, which ends in, like, the only way that I can explain it, it kind of looks like a firework, or, like, some sort of, like, explosion in that sort of sense, which is really pretty, which is the only major color on the Keyblade as well. Very vibrant colors, it's gorgeous. And I know you don't like Roxas, but I have to mention the fact that I think it's really cool that the one character who can apparently dual wield Keyblades, it's these two Keyblades that he dual wields. That is really cool. The fact that it's both of them and they mirror each other perfectly. Oh, that is just so fucking ace. That is just so fucking cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not a huge Roxas fan, but I do love the fact that when you first see him dual wield, it's Oblivion and Oathkeeper. I'm like, yes, come on, boy.
And it's very angelic as well. The Oblivion isn't demonic in any way. I wouldn't say it's demonic. Maybe Heartless-esque, sure, but I wouldn't say it's demonic. But this is very angelic. It's very, like, heavenly and looking and stuff, which completely mirrors Oblivion. So, yeah, they literally get put together, and you can see why.
Yeah. But that's our top 5, guys.
Well, technically it's top 10.
Top 5 each. I'm not doing math right now. Shut up.
Question. Do you ever do math? And in that moment, he started plotting his revenge. And there we have it, folks. Our top 10 favourite Keyblades among the Kingdom Hearts gaming franchise. As has been stated, me and Cosplay 267 are massive geeks for Kingdom Hearts. Now, of course, just a shout out to separate YouTube type different content if you like Kingdom Hearts. First off, check out Tai Tiger and Tai Tiger Broadcasting, as I will be playing Kingdom Hearts throughout the year at some point, so make sure you check out both those channels. Tai Tiger is my gameplay walkthrough channel, and I do plan on doing all the Kingdom Hearts games, and of course make sure you check out Tai Tiger Broadcasting, where I do plan on live streaming Kingdom Hearts 3 and maybe Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance at some point, so make sure you check out that. If you want to hear some original fan fictions when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, check out Tiger Tales Game Over. Both myself and Cosplay Dude 67 have written and created audio dramas based in Kingdom Hearts. We have some stories that revolve around the main characters like Sora and his group and Aqua and her group, but there's also some original characters as well. There are 3 Kingdom Hearts stories as I'm recording this video on Tiger Tales Game Over, so make sure you check out that channel as well. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and we shall see you every single Tuesday and throughout the week. So, of course, I hope everyone is well, and we shall see you guys in the next video.